Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today was supposed to be the second episode of KXP, however, in light of the recent KSP2 news, I feel I kinda need to address it, because it will affect our channel just as it has for the other KSP channels and the community as a whole. So I figured I'd take some time to discuss what it means for us going forward. And while doing so, we are going to launch a probe into geostationary orbit to satisfy a contract for our playthrough. If you're familiar with the KSP community, you may already be aware that the office was shut down and practically everybody working on it got a succeeding notice of termination. Essentially, after that date, there will probably be no more updates. Much of the community has fallen into a doom and gloom attitude, claiming it to be dead. And many YouTubers, many big horrible content creators have developed this attitude and publicly canceled their KSP2 series. But why? The game still exists. We can still play it just as well as we could at the beginning of the week. All the planets, all the moons, all the monuments can still be accessed and explored. The soundtrack is just as epic as ever, and there's still a progression of missions and a storyline to discover. How can we say it's over when we can still do all those things? We can still unlock all the tech, complete all the missions, and go everywhere. How is that dead? I submit that it is not. The usage of that word neglects just how much life there is, just how much left there is to do. Sure, no future updates may come, but those updates were just extra features. Sure, it might not meet its expectations, but that's okay. Things don't have to be perfect for them to be enjoyable. I'm still having a blast playing this, and the possibility that no new features may come really doesn't change my enjoyment, and I nor any other content creator should stop doing something they love just because of viewership. I know that is important, but I personally want to make the videos that make me happy. That's how most of us started anyways. Not a lot of people start solely to have the most subscribers, and those that do face some struggles and often burnout. It's so much nicer to do something you love, and honestly, I'm loving this game. But Legion, if there's no more updates, how are you going to make content? Simple. Very simple, actually. We will complete the goal of visiting everything, finding all the monuments, completing the missions, and unlocking the tech tree. And then we will move on to mods. Game-changing mods. So let me prove to you the game lives on by showing you our plans for the series, and how we can squeeze out 3 seasons, 3 of them, before we can agree there's nothing left to do. Bureaucracy is a mod that adds funds and contracts back into the game, so Season 2 will be a career mode playthrough with a soft goal of planetary bases. By having to deal with funds and contracts, it will make a very different playthrough than Season 1. Probes Before Crew rearranges the tech tree to force the player to be more cautious and send probes, well, before the crew. Since the tech tree has changed, as well as our approach to exploration, this season, Season 3, will also be different than the first and second. And lastly, there currently exists an IVA mod. It's little more than just the view, no actual controls, but it's something. And I plan on finding a modder who can achieve this and partially funding their creation. And if so, then you better believe we'll be doing an IVA series. KSP POV will definitely be coming to KSP2. These are just a couple mods that can already extend the game life. These mods exist right now, and you can add them to your playthrough and add hundreds of extra hours to your gameplay. So those are my goals. And until we achieve at least one of them, I just can't feel right abandoning something I'm excited about just because the community is upset and angry. It's not the game's fault, so my animosity is not towards the game. It's just as fun to play as it was at the beginning of the week. Just last week, when I watched several different YouTubers, every single one of them seemed to, or stated that they were enjoying it. A few of them even excitedly talking about their goals for the series. What happened? Is that joy truly gone? Don't forget that enjoyment. Don't let others spoil your fun. If you don't want to make KSP2 videos, that's absolutely fine, 100% so, but do it because you don't want to make them anymore. Not because everyone else is stopping, not because it won't be everything that it promised, not because it's dead. Now, that's to say, I'm not saying I agree with any of this. I think it's a tragedy. I think this whole week has just been a huge blow to the community. And it makes me very saddened to see everybody so divisive about this. In conclusion, I'm personally very sad to see the KSP YouTubers quit their series, and it's even worse to see the community turn on itself and attack anybody who has any kind of enjoyment or even says anything remotely positive about this game. I just want to remind everybody that there is still 60 days a little bit less now because it's been a little bit since the announcement, but there is still time. The developers still have a chance to work on this. Anybody who says that they're not going to simply because of money doesn't understand the KSP development team from the original. These people love this project. These people like knowing that they did a good job and like knowing that they created something truly unique and special. And I think we need to give them a little bit of time and a little bit of space. And you know what? After that time, if they deliver nothing, if they wasted all that time, then feel free to be angry. But don't hate the person who's trying to make something for you, with impending unemployment looming over their head. That's not fair. To finish up, I just want to say I think declaring this game dead is premature, considering all that there is left to do. And like I said, we're going to keep doing that until we do those things. I want to visit every planet. I want to hear the soundtracks. I want to discover the monuments. I want to see this storyline that they created. I want to learn the history that they wanted to make this game. Kerbal Space Program quickly became my favorite game of all time. And maybe I'm a little bit impartial. Maybe I just enjoy the game too much. I enjoy the idea of the game too much that I'm willing to give this game a little bit of leeway. I'm willing to work through the bugs, to find better solutions. If I have to redesign my rocket to avoid the bug, then I will. There's no such thing as a game-breaking bug. But I'm digressing here. The whole point of this video is that I'm going to continue to make KSP2 videos. I'm going to continue my series, my playthrough. We are going to visit every celestial body. We're going to plant a flag on every single one of them. We're going to discover all the monuments, complete all the missions, complete all the tech tree. And then when we're done with that, we're going to add a mod in to make career mode. So if this is something that you enjoy, if you like KSP, if you can separate the game from the company, I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your comments and feedback. I'm excited about this game. This is beautiful. Like I said, I've waited a long time for this. I've owned this game for almost a year now, and I just haven't been able to play it. But I had faith that it would one day turn into something good. And I just feel so heartbroken that I only got 2 episodes in before all this happened, and so I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep going with my series, and I hope you'll follow along with me. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry about doing the rant. I will be back with another video, a real video, on Wednesday, and I hope to see you there. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.